factory is nothing but a pipeline. It's a data pipeline which you can transfer data not only from on-prem, but different sources. It could be a batch and streaming methodology, and it could move the data. You could process the data while moving and move it to different storage accounts such as blob or queues. You can, n number of options are there, or even like says database, you can move it to there. And now this is where you can have an option of you could use command line utilities like easy copy or other setup that could be used. And this is the data factory. It offers high performance, secure and scalable options to transfer data to blob storage, including server-side centralization capabilities. Now if I have to show you this over here, this is what data factory. I could choose here. Now this is going to be pipeline. Again, just keep in mind. And you could again create a data factory here. I could choose this option, data factory. And I'll be able to see what is the subscription, the resource group. I'll provide the name of the instance, the region, the version, and what is the Git configuration. Basically, you could have the data factory configured with Git to allow whenever the job gets triggered or whenever the code gets changed, you would always have that option to integrate with Git. You can have networking. What is the default networking setup you can have with it? And this is where again you will have a private or a public endpoint as part of the setup. And then advanced, what is the different options out here? And of course the tags, and then you can create the setup. Now this is especially useful for data replication scenarios which have batch and streaming option. Please put in the comment if you want to have a video of any of these different services that are there, and I can create one for you. The file sync option. Now, what is file sync? It synchronizes the files across Azure file shares and on-premises Windows servers or a centralized file servers in Azure. Now this is a keyword, centralized, where you have different storage. Like if you have an on-prem data center and you have different locations that are there. So what you could do, you could use file sync, which will consolidate the data from all these different locations and then put the data into a shared common centralized location that is there in Azure. So let me show you how this is going to be as well. I'll kind of just show you this setup here. Now you see this is in marketplace, but actually this is an Azure service only. It's not a marketplace option. So yes, I want to discard it. And this is where I can come in, Azure File Sync. Now, as you can see here as well, this is a combination of Azure file shares, allowing you to centralize your organization's file shares in Azure while keeping the flexibility, performance, and compatibility of an on-premises file server. So something for you to consider, and what exactly we can go about it. Now, this is the subscription you choose. You choose what is the vision you want to use. You provide the networks. Now, this is when you choose the tiering. I'll create another video on what are the different tiering mechanisms in Azure, and you will have to choose that. Ideally, most organizations want to, especially for production, they'll want to have private endpoints. So this is again, you'll have to just check, but this will be a much more higher cost compared to all networks option. So you provide the tags, you provide the review and create, and that is where you'll be able to set up the Azure File Sync, which will be able to consolidate, have a centralized disk location for your setup.